This is the old one. So this is the Ion Air Pro. This is the one I've been using. I used it almost all last year. Pretty much my go-to camera for when I was riding on a bike. And this is the one that I just got. So I said I would do a little review. I seem to have cat hair all over me. I wonder how that happened. And so I'm making one for you guys today. A few things, you know. Here's the two of them right there. This is the Air Pro, Speed Pro. Almost identical to each other except for blue, gray, and on the back, which is the big one. If you were to look at the backs of these two, pretty much look identical except for that this one has a little spot here that says AV, and this one over here says mic. And again, that's the reason that I picked this one up, was for the fact that I wanted the mic. If you really want to get a review of image quality and what it's like at night and things like that, I'm going to put a link somewhere here to this one, because they use the same sensor and all that kind of stuff. So it's not really much of a point doing this one again, because its quality is going to look the same. But I'm going to put these two in the car, these two, and I'm going to put a microphone into this one, and we're going to go for just a little drive around the block just to see if it's better, which I sure hope so. This one came with this suction cup mount. I had bought a suction cup mount for this, so today I get to actually use it, which is awesome. And these are both charged up, and we're gonna head out. Now, a few things that I just want to point out with this that I really like: battery life. You know, if you're looking at, you know, your standard GoPro, your standard, you know, action cam clones, so the SJ Cam and the Gets and whatever other 1,000 action cams that are out there, I find that they get 45 minutes to an hour. That's pretty much what they get. Between 2 and 2.5 hours, and it's listed. It's actually listed on their sites as 2.5 hours, and I think I've probably gotten that. 2 hours almost for sure. You got to be happy with it. And one of the big things is that it's not a removable battery, so the battery's in here somewhere inside this, and it is what it is. There's no waterproof case that you have to put on these things. These are waterproof, right? That's it. Now you will notice that this is all open, so when you buy them, you'll get a little cover that you can go on there. So when I'm riding with the mic attached, especially in a helmet on a motorcycle, this is going to be exposed. So I have to realize that if it does start to rain, or it thinks it may rain, I have to, well, I'll probably end up just switching to this one, because I'll have the cover on it all the time. And this will be the one that I use for when I'm doing talking on the bike. So just be aware, this area here, not waterproof, except when it has the cover on it. The other difference that I kind of saw was that the old one, so the Air Pros, came with what's called their pods. I believe that's what they're called, whereas this one didn't. And the pods is the Wi-Fi little piece that you slide in the back so that it can do Wi-Fi. Now I don't know if this one has that somewhere built into it, but I don't think so, because there's no Wi-Fi button anywhere. So that may be a piece that you can buy, but they are interchangeable. So my guess is I could just take one of the pods of my old one and slide that in, and we'd be good to go. Other than that, let's go check them out, see what they're like. Speed Pro. So I had all kinds of expectations to go outside, take this guy, mount it on the car, take this guy, mount it on the car, and plug my microphone in, which is this guy. Oops, this guy here. I did it like this. This guy. This I went and bought. And I didn't have this, and that's the reason I didn't do this in the car. And really I wanted to do the recording more for you guys to see if the mic was, you know, or the mic input, which is again why I bought this, was any good. And this is not an expensive mic, just a little cheap thing. It don't fit. What I realized, and I didn't realize before, 3.5 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter. So not working. So that can't fit this in that. So I went down to the local store. They had this right angle 3.5 millimeter to 2.5 millimeter, which fits that. And that now, in theory, fits that. And then the question will be, is what's the sound? So you guys can tell what this sounds like from my camera. And we're gonna record from this camera right away. And I'm not gonna run anything fancy. I'm gonna put this mic up here Okay, like that. And I'm gonna turn this camera on without mic. I'm gonna place it over here, facing me. I think it's gonna face me. It's gonna try to face me, like that. And we're gonna see what it sounds like normal. Actually, here, we'll do that right now. So here we go. We got it. I got a memory card in here. We're gonna turn it on. It says it's recording. I'm gonna place that right over there. So this is now the audio coming from the Ion Speed Pro all by its lonesome. So, and video. So audio and video out of the Ion Speed Pro. So you get to see what it looks like in a half-lit area, I guess. Okay. And back to the normal camera. See? So normal camera. Ion camera. Normal camera. Ion camera. With no mic. Well, no. Lav mic. So we're going to see if this works first. I don't know. So now I'm going to take this. We're going to turn this off. We're going to plug this in. And we're going to turn it back on again. Little vibration. Light goes red. Put that way back over there again. Not too far, so it can see me. Like that. You'll probably see the cable in the shot. We'll see if this is any better. Like, is this mic even working? I don't know. Because a lot of times when you have a mic that goes through an adapter, you just never know. We're crossing our fingers right here. Canon audio with shotgun mic. Ion, hopefully with mic. Canon, Ion. Canon, Ion with this mic. So hopefully this is doing alright and it sounds better than it did before. So I'm going to take this footage now and I'm going to go run it through the computer and then we'll come back and tell you what we think. Alright, so thoughts. You guys saw it. The camera by itself, right, definitely quiet. I rode it on a motorcycle, so it's got motor noise all the time. Being that quiet is not a big deal because I actually want the microphone to be a little quieter because it's not supposed to pick up, you know, fine pieces of information. But with this mic, this guy, and again, this is just a cheap, this is like an eBay mic I got for like $3 or something like that. Surprising how good this sound is. You know, it's not fantastic and it's not super clear, but I think it'll work really well inside my helmet. And that's really what I was hoping for because, you know, we're going to Daytona this year, a couple days of bike week, take out some of the bikes there, do some demo rides, and it would be nice to be able to have this camera mounted and be able to talk while I'm riding. I think that sounds going to be really good. Just to find a place now in the helmet. Had to pick up a little adapter. Now this adapter here, it's a little L bracket, 90 degree, cost me 10 bucks. Finding a 2.5mm mic nowadays actually a little more difficult than you might think. Just be aware of that when you're looking at this camera. In regards to that, you can buy the adapter and the adapter seemed to work okay. I'm happy I got it. I was a little concerned. I wasn't going to be able to use a mic, or I was going to have to drop, you know, $50, $60 to get a mic, which would have just completely blown the reason for getting this camera in the first place. I'm going to leave you there. That's it. That's all I got. There's no more. Again, if you want to see some of the footage from some of the Ion cameras, I'll place a link somewhere. It may have come up earlier or now. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, do all the good stuff. I'm gonna go watch a movie. I think it's time. All right, guys.